Hello and welcome to the High School Huddle, along with Ronnie Phillips, Phil Nichols, Chris Evans with you. We get set for the 2023 high school football season. Today, we take a look at the Tuttle Tigers in Class 4A football. We'll have the schedule and what we think will happen with the Tuttle Tigers in the regular season. Before we do that, let's hear from one of our great sponsors here on the High School Huddle. The High School Huddle is presented by Generations Church. Love God, love people, serve both well. Contact Generations Church by calling 405-282-6848 or visit them online at generationsguthrie.com. The Tuttle Tigers have not had a losing season since 1994. Wow. It's not going to happen in 2023 either, as the Tigers have made the playoffs 31 straight seasons. Unbelievable.
I was 10 years old in 94.
That will extend to 32 seasons at the end of this season. They'll make the playoffs. In fact, it's not unanimous, but a lot of people think they will win the district championship. I think we'll see how we think that will happen. They will have a great chance of doing all that stuff. It's fun to watch Tuttle and doing the Guthrie broadcast. We get to see Tuttle in the postseason a lot of times, but we get to see him in the regular season. And I can't wait till the press box is built, a brand new, renovating the stadium over there.
We're starting it last year while we're up there, A
lot of good things. Now, I understand our broadcast partners over in Tuttle and the folks that will have to broadcast outside as the renovations are beginning, but when it's done, it will be a fantastic facility
First class
over in Tuttle to go with their outstanding football program. Let's take a look at the schedule as Tuttle. One question, they do have to find a quarterback. They lost their quarterback a year ago. Now, that quarterback will have some people around him, so that will be easy to fill, but they do need to find a quarterback in Tuttle, Oklahoma, home of Jason White. Here is the schedule for the Tuttle Tiger Heisman Trophy winner, Jason White. It all begins with Cash before a couple of road games in 5A football, and then you see the district. It will be Newcastle, it will be Blanchard, and it will be Bethany fighting for that 1, 2, 3, 4 spot. We'll see if anybody can sneak up and take one away, but that is the early thoughts on the Tuttle schedule. It's a fun schedule.
It is a fun schedule. I think, we get to see them week 3 since we call the Blue Jay football games every Friday or Thursday night throughout the regular season. Made some enemies. I picked Tuttle to win that game against the Blue Jays this year. I just think they're rock solid, top to bottom. Yeah, they do have to find a quarterback. They will. They got McAdoo. They've got all these great players, Sharp. They got all these great players around them. So I look for this to be another great year, and I do think they will end up being the district champions this year.
They got a good 1-2 punch at running back, Ronnie, as mentioned, McAdoo and Falwell.
Yeah, Brady McAdoo and Luke Falwell. We got to see them on the gridiron last year. Got to saw Brady on the gridiron. I mean, on the diamond, and they are very, very explosive, very, very shifty. Tuttle's going to have a real good ball club, even with not a seasoned quarterback like that they don't have yet.
Yeah, no doubt. They're pretty good on defense as well, led by Joe Wright. So let's take a look at what we think might happen to the Tuttle Tigers, and I think they get off to a good victory at home against Cash, and they go on the road and get a victory at Noble. That puts them at 2-0, and they go up against the Guthrie Blue Jays, a game that Guthrie went into Tuttle last year and won a fourth quarter ball game. It was a fun game to be a part of. Yeah. Guthrie won that game late in there. Bethany, a great game to begin district play with, and of course the district championship could be decided in that 6th game with the rival Blanchard. That game on the road this season at Blanchard. And then maybe one more tough contest in week 9 of the season with Newcastle over in the Tri-City area. When you add it all up, for me, guys, I will go with the Tuttle Tigers finishing 9-1. That's probably an upset in Tuttle. And I will go with that one loss coming to the Guthrie Blue Jays. And Guthrie, in these games like this in Tuttle, they seem to have the upper hand on, like Booker T. There's these the games that you play 3 or 4 with. Guthrie does a good job with that. I like Guthrie's defense against the Tuttle offense. Tuttle can win, absolutely. The game's in Guthrie. I give home field advantage and Guthrie's defense a small advantage in that one. So I'm going 9-1.
Yeah, I mean, I've got it a little different. I've got them running the table. I've got them going 10-0 this year. I picked them to upset Guthrie. That is definitely a pick 'em game that could go either way. Blue Jays, the Rock is an impossibly hard place to come into.
It'll be fun to see those helmets.
It will.
Tuttle
Yes.
Guthrie helmets
it will.
in the Rock.
It will.
It'll be fun.
It will. Yeah, it really will. And of course, 5A, Guthrie's has been very, very competitive for a lot of years, won 4 state titles over the last 20 so years in 5A. Just a great football program. Tuttle the same. Fabulous football program. And 4A, again, just like we said earlier about Wagner, Tuttle could go to 5A, win a lot of football games, an awful lot of football games. They'd be people to talk to really look at to compete deep in playoff runs in 5A as well. The Bethany game is going to be a close game. The Blanchard game is going to be a close game. Newcastle game, I put that a little below the Blanchard and the Bethany game as far as the likelihood of Tuttle getting tripped up. But, there are 4 games on here that could trip up Tuttle, no doubt about it. I just think that they've got too much offense, great defense. I think they're going to run the table 10-0, win district.
My fingers are crossed for Guthrie and Tuttle to renew that series for 2 more years. Give me 2 more years.
Yeah,
after
absolutely.
I love this.
I just want to go see the new stadium when we go call it there.
That's part
That's
of it,
what
too.
you're talking about, yeah.
A little bit of it, yeah.
Well, but I also yes, and I know you guys agree with this too. They're just 2 great football. That it's a great football game.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be great games every time they play. I mean, both of them have a lot of swagger, have a lot of energy when they come in. Very confident coaching staffs on both sides. So that's one that's always going to be fun. I hope that stays around for years to come.
The helmets are awesome. The uniforms
Everything's
are awesome.
awesome.
The stadiums are going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's a cool series.
We just can't screw up the call.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, Phil.
Right?
As much as it pains me, I do have the Tuttle Tigers going 10-0 this season. And again, the Guthrie Blue Jays, that matchup in their third game of the year is going to be just a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
Tuttle controlled that game throughout the entire game last year.
For about 3 quarters.
For about 3.5 quarters or so. What killed Tuttle in that game was a lot of drop passes, a lot of third down drop passes, and that's what really hurt the Tuttle Tigers there. So I think they can overcome that and win. Beat Guthrie as of today. Now I might change my mind later on, because anything can happen between now and the time they play Guthrie. But as of today in July, I think Tuttle wins that game. And again, we talk about Tuttle and Blanchard, just a fun rivalry watch, man. In all sports they play, the fans, the stadium, everything about it is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see that game. Hopefully we have a bye week that week and we go up there and watch that game, because that'd be a great thing to go watch.
Yeah.
So between us 3, 1 loss, but Bethany, Blanchard, and Newcastle will definitely be tough in district play for a district championship. And some publication had Blanchard winning the district title, but all 3 of us has Tuttle going undefeated in district play and claiming a district championship. Leading us to the 4A playoffs will be fun once again. It always is in Class 4A football. Check out the High School Huddle. There's a myriad of ways to do that. Our primary source we'd like you to check out, there's 2 of them, on YouTube. Check us out there. Search Second Banana Media. Subscribe and be notified when we post videos like this. Also, when we go live, which will be August 16th and throughout the entire football season on Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock. You can also find us at secondbananamedia.com for all the archives, just like you can on YouTube. High School Huddle also on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and all that great stuff. Best of luck to the Tuttle Tigers this season. Best of luck to your high school football team as well. That'll do it. Appreciate you checking us out here on the High School Huddle.